time to run a 9. What's up, YouTube? Welcome everybody back to the channel. We're back at Milan Dragway for a test and tune. We got the Trackhawk. Yes, it's still smoking. I got a little update on that, but I was finally able to bring one of my buddies out. This is my buddy Debo's car. Little bit built, still stock motor, stock trans. What year is this, Debo?
2019.
2019. So these stock 2018 motors up, they can handle about 1100, give or take. I mean, stuff happens all the time, but for a stock block, they're very reliable 2018 and up. You want to go over what you got done to this thing?
Yeah. Leg maker intake, 265 grip tech upper, 10% ATI lower, 1300 ID injectors, 4 double pump. It's on full E85. Yeah, 17s on the rear, Mickey Thompson, ET Street R. Got a one-piece drive shaft, you know, diff brace, all that stuff.
So how much are you making to the wheel? How much horsepower?
It made 942. 942.
Do you remember how much torque?
846.
Okay.
864, one of the two.
Now, a lot of people probably want to do this setup. This is pretty much a full bolt-on setup. Besides having like a ported snout and a ported supercharger or bearing plate. Now, you did say you had to go with a 4 double pump. A lot of people don't know that these Hellcats come with a single pump, whereas the Red Eyes or a Trackhawk comes with a double pump from the factory. You really don't even need a booster pump up until past like 950 with the Trackhawks. But for these, like you said, you had to buy that 4 double pump.
Yeah, I got away with a single pump and a booster pump for a while when I was making 870, but when I put the lower on, I had to step it up.
Yep.
So.
And you still have cats right now?
Yeah, still on stock exhaust, just a mid muffler delete. Yeah. But yeah, it runs good for what it is.
And the next mod he's gonna do is the catless mid pipes, just to be safe. And you're full weight, right?
Full weight, everything's in it.
Let's check it out real quick. I don't know if I believe you.
Passenger seat, the computer,
okay.
back seat.
All right, got the bloody guts. The black on red looks good. I'd have to say, you know, this is probably my favorite, the black on red interior. Oh, and what wheel are you on right here?
17-inch Race Star with a 305/45 17 Mickey Thompson ET Street R.
Okay, and then stock front.
Stock fronts, yeah.
So it should be a pretty good race. I'm guessing he's gonna beat me. We'll see if I can get a better leave than him. He does have stock axle, so last year when he ran it, I think, what did it make last year?
It made 870, and I ran 10.5 with that, with a 1.7 60 foot. Okay. So pretty soft launch. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he leaves soft this time too, and we'll be able to leave hard because we got the G-Force Outlaw axles in the Trackhawk. So hopefully I can get a better leave. It should be a really, really good race. Those of you that know, I put the interchiller on there, stage 2 with the upgraded pump, so I will have colder IATs. On the way here, my intercooler temps were 30, and my IATs, my intake air temps, were 60. So, and it's about 80 degrees out here, so this should be a pretty good race. He's lighter by like 1,000 pounds. This thing's 1,000 pounds heavier, so that has a big deal to do with it. Now, I did take the back seats out, and we are having that motor issue. So a little bit about that motor issue. I pulled the plugs on there with my buddy Dom from Livernois Motorsports, and we found oil in 3 of the chambers, pretty bad. So this engine is essentially running on 4 cylinders, or, you know, it's not making the power that it should. I should be making a lot more power and running a lot better numbers, but because all that oil that's getting in there, it's killing the horsepower that I should be making. So just a little update on the engine issue. We don't know where I'm gonna go from here. We don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Livernois or if they're gonna do anything for me. But as it looks right now, I'm gonna need a new short block, but we'll see what happens. here's what we got. IC coolant temp, air intake temp. I got it running now. I'm trying to bring it down. All right, after sitting here for 4 hours and not being able to make a pass, this is gonna be the first one. Our intercooler temps are at 39. Our intake temp, 77. Got it in track mode. Switching it to manual mode for the trans. We're gonna do a first gear leave here. We'll ball them. 1500. Here we go. Might be because there was oil in the cylinders. Who knows? Felt a little slower than usual though. God, it felt good to make a full quarter-mile pass. Thank you. Let's see what she ran. My reaction time was a .326. ET 10.225. And our intercooler temps are at 62 right now. Intake temps, 89. He red lit, but it was close by .010. And he ran 11.2. I was hoping he was gonna be quicker. That's a nice looking Ranger. We're gonna pull back up in the lane, try to get another run in. We only got about another hour here. So I hope we can get at least 3 more passes. We'll see, the lanes are packed. They had like 2 big accidents back to back. They had an ambulance out here, a fire truck, cops pulled up. It's crazy. This thing is one bad mama jamma. What do you guys think about something like this on the channel? How big that rear tire is. What's up, man? I'm Cole.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, nice to meet you. Now, he was a little reluctant to do the video, but I'm just tell me what's done to the thing. The thing's amazing.
Okay, well, it's 74 Cuda.
Okay.
And it's originally had a 318 car, but now we have a 540 Hemi in it.
Okay.
And
it's 540 cubes?
Yep. And it's just a pump gas motor and street motorway. Drive it to the car shows occasionally.
Wait, so, this thing runs on 93 octane?
Yes, runs on 93 octane.
That's crazy. NA?
Natural aspirated, yep. We're working on some nitro, so hopefully this fall we'll have it so we can run a little bit faster.
Let me get a quick little inside view and then see what I can see of the engine. Let me get a little peek in there.
Here, let me bring you a picture.
Okay. This thing's beautiful. What do you guys think about turning the 68 Charger into something like this? I was thinking about Hellcat swapping it, but 540 Hemi sounds good too. Oh wow. Big block. Now, I'm gonna ask you a personal question. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. How much was that 540 Hemi? How much did that cost?
I put it together probably about 10 years ago, put all the parts together and stuff. Back then, honestly, it was reasonable. Probably $20,000 by the time we were all done. Maybe a little bit less. But
that was a lot back then.
Back then, right.
It'd probably be double that now.
It'd probably be in the 30, 35 now, yes.
Beautiful car. You 8th mile racing, huh?
And I 8th mile. I'd like to run a quarter mile, but I got 456 gears in, or just a little bit deep.
Yeah.
I don't want to go up that high RPM,
yeah.
So I'll probably go with 410s pretty soon here too.
What RPM do you send it at right now?
I only send it at like 4,000 RPM.
Oh, that's
and
nothing.
I just shifted at 6,700, so I could go, or 6,200. I could go another 500, 700. So I'm just taking it easy.
What
I like to race and not work on them.
I feel you there, man. I feel you there. What trans is in it?
It's a 727 torque flight.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I was expecting T400 or something.
Right. Nope, those 727s are fine. They work good for this horsepower range and stuff.
It's built?
Yeah, it's built. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's what the Charger has at home. What you know what you're making power wise?
This motor dying out right around 750. So I'm gonna try and put a 250, 300 shot of nitrous on it this fall and see if we can't get down a little bit to 550 index racing.
That'd be fun.
650 index racing, naturally aspirated, then flick the switch and go 550. It's same race that way.
All right, here we go. We're about to make our second pass. We're going up against this Cuda. Our intercooler temp 68, air intake temp 100. What this old school muscle can do. Old Mopar versus new Mopar. After the 8th mile, he was gone though. No way I was catching him. He had a better leave. That thing was just all out fast. I'm gonna tell you, you really surprised me with this thing, because I see a lot of these old cars out here, but none of them this fast. You know, I should have realized it from the tire you had on the back. But
yeah, so
hey, thanks for taking.
Got a little go, just not show.
Man, I mean, it looks good too. I wish they would have put a color like this on the Trackhawks, man, but beautiful car. We ran a 10-1 with our IATs being 100. I don't know, I can't remember what I said the intercooler temps were, but 10-1, 7.8. Let's see what he ran in the 8. A 6.391, and I ran a 6.532. What was his reaction time? 0.071, and mine was 0.232. I need to improve that. It's getting better, but I need to do a lot better. All right, we're about to make our third pass. You see the intercooler temp, you see the air intake temp. I got it running to try to get it down. The only thing I really don't like running it is with that oil temp going up, which spins the oil. You see 38 PSI, 37, not bad for idle. All right, here we go, third pass. We're going up against this Mustang. Pretty sure it's a Cobra. I don't know if it's really a Cobra or not. Convertible. I don't know what he's got done to it. Try to find the groove. Might give him a little bit of the hit. Maybe not. We'll see. Question is, were we also smoking? Felt strong. I should have gave him the hit, but I want to try to work on my reaction time as much as possible for when it counts. Thank you. Well, we ran at 10.146. Our light, still not good. I tried. 0.224. He ran a 12.38. 135 mile an hour. I don't know. I know if we didn't have oil leaking in those cylinders, we'd have that 9. It is cooling off, but it's getting late. It's 8:33 right now. They close at 9. You know me, guys. I'm always down to send it, hot lap this thing. I don't play. I come here to have fun and I come to party. And that's what I plan on doing. So here we go. Let's get back in the lanes. Hopefully, we line up to something fast. Here we go. We're about to run this Ranger again. I am going to give him the hit. I need to get an interview with him and see what's done to that thing. Spun pretty bad. I might try a second gear leave. That was a fun race though. We caught him. He gone got him. So here's that Ranger. I asked him to give me a quick interview, but he declined, but he said it's okay if I get a video with it. So it's a work in progress, he said. But man, the way this thing takes off, I really love the paint job. See if you can see on the inside. Now this would be a nice build. Could you imagine a Coyote in this? I love the old school flames. Beautiful car. That second race was a great race too. I wish he would have been more open to give me an interview with it, because I know he's got a lot of time and hours and effort into that thing, but some people just don't like being on the camera, and I respect that. So just a quick video of it. Damn. 10.17 at 135. That boy's got a good reaction time. 0.023, and he ran 11.04. Pretty good. I might try to get a run in with my boy Paul as payback. I don't know. Our oil temp's up pretty high, 215. You all done?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't know what he's got done to this dart, but that thing is on a big old tire, and that thing sounds vicious. Here we go again. Old school versus new school Mopar. Come on, old girl. Now it'd be a hell of a time to run a 9. We're gonna have to cut a good light here with this boy. Tried to get him a little too good there. Hit that red. This is one hell of a car, and you, sir, are one hell of a driver. What a light you cut. I'm Cole.
Scott Willis.
Scott Willis. Nice to meet you, man. Damn.
Nice to meet you.
You've been doing this a while?
Couple years. I don't do it as often as I'd like to, but I try and get out here when I can. So.
Is that the best light you ever cut? 0.003?
I had a 003 is probably about it. Yeah.
I red lit. I was a little nervous. I'm like,
what I did too. I was 003 red. So.
Oh, you red lit too?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they take the closest to 000. But.
Yeah. I was like, man, I seen the tire when you were pulling up, and I'm like, I had to get on this boy because I just had that 74 Cuda with the same, almost the same size tire get me. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get them. But can you walk us around what's done to this? What year? Everything?
Let me grab the keys here. I'll show you the trunk of that. This is a '69 Dart.
Okay. A Dart is one of my grandpa's favorite cars. Is a Dart.
Yep. This is aluminum Indy block. It's 540 cubic inches.
Man.
It made 860 on the dyno.
On the engine dyno?
Yeah. So you lose a little bit through the drivetrain, but
it's pretty respectable.
Cars run 970, 140. I mean, that's typically where I'm at.
Wow.
I had a tranny blow apart here. I've been out here twice this year, and it's broke both times. So just had to replace a bunch of parts in the trans.
What trans is it?
727 torque light. It's a Chrysler trans.
Yep.
But, you know, it seems like you get to this stage and it always finds the weakest link and it breaks, you know, so. But, just got to work the bugs out, you know. It always seems like it's something that bites you or, you know.
Well, you didn't break this time.
No, it ran good. I mean, it went 1009. I'm happy with it. You know?
I mean, as long as it doesn't break and you don't have to wrench on it.
You know what? I put it in the trailer and take it home in one piece. Is the way to go.
You got to tell the old lady how you broke it. You got to spend more money on it.
So
Man.
This car I bought in Nebraska for $1,000 as a roller.
No way.
It was rough. I mean, it's fortunate to have a couple really good friends that have helped me through the process of putting this car together. Got quarters that hung out it. It's got fiberglass fenders and hood.
So she's light.
It's about 3250 with me in it. So I mean, it's all glass. You know, a lot of guys put Lexan in them, and I full interior, 2 seats. You know, I just.
It's a daily.
Which one? Just a minute here. He's YouTubing this thing. I don't care. This is my friend Rob Epler, who has helped me out tremendously.
How you doing? I had to get him an ice cream.
Yeah.
I gotta keep it going.
Loser doesn't get one, I understand. It's all right.
Well,
What size tire?
I didn't know he had company.
These are
no worries.
1432s.
1432s?
Yeah.
On a 15?
Yes. Yep.
Man, tucked in there nice too.
Yeah. Well, you know, we kept the stock fender wells. You know, a lot of guys cut them out and they slide the tire in, and we've just you know, our axles are only about that long.
So
we
it's a
built
big
the car
time
and
tub.
oh yeah, I'll show you.
It's not a mini tub.
I'll show you. Yeah, they're huge. They're huge. So,
Oh yeah.
So my other buddy Rob, his name's Rob also, but if it weren't for him, you know, I was hoping to have a 10-second street car, and it just got kind of blown out of proportion. But he built the car. I mean, I helped him with it, but I mean, his fabricating skills, the bead rolling, the center section, I mean,
beautiful.
The trunk extensions, all this stuff he did by hand, and just a phenomenal craftsman, you know. And
beautiful. What's this back here?
I had nitrous on it at one time.
I was gonna say.
I had a 500-inch motor in this before this one. And this is an auxiliary pump that feeds the plate on the nitrous. The lead came off the pump, cleaned it out, and I burned a hole in the piston. So I took that stuff off and threw it away, man.
Yeah.
Naturally aspirated, that's all we're gonna do. So.
Yeah, to put a bad taste in your mouth, you melt the motor.
It hurt, so.
What size fuel cell back here?
10 gallon.
It's a nice size. Why the double battery?
You know, running quarter mile, you know, with your electronics, your MSD and all your electronics running, it pulls it down, you know, pretty good.
Because you don't have an alternator?
I do have one,
you
but
do?
You know, quarter mile pass, it's not working enough really to put back in what I'm using, you know. So, you know, my fans, I got double fans, electric water pump, all that stuff, you know, my electric fuel pump, all that stuff just takes, you know, amperage to
you
run.
ever cruise this thing?
Not anymore.
No.
It got to the point where it was
race car.
Yeah.
What rear end?
He told me to take the exhaust off and put it in the attic. He said we're done on the street.
What rear end's in
here?
here?
Dana 60.
Dana 60. What gears?
456s.
456s.
Yep.
She moves out.
Trans brake.
I can't wait to watch the video back. Did you end up doing a wheelie?
Yeah, it pulls the wheels.
Yeah.
What at 140, 260 foot. It's normally about 138, 136. So.
Get a close up this engine here. I like the hoses. See through?
That's there, and it takes the crankcase pressure out of there.
I like how you did the see-through.
Yep.
I hear a lot of people that want to make big power vacuum.
Yep. Well, you pull it out with that pump, and that takes all that air in there with that reciprocating mass moving, takes horsepower away. So if you can pull that air out of the crankcase,
Helps pull the pistons down.
The rings seal and everything else.
Yeah.
You know, so it,
what size carburetor?
1050 Dominator.
1050 Dominator?
Yeah.
She's a beauty.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm guessing those are 2-inch headers or 1 7/8?
Yep. They're just under 2.
Just under 2?
I got into EZ heads. Again, I wanted to make a street car, but I wanted the under chassis headers instead of cutting my fender wells out. So
yeah.
That's as big a tube of header as I can get on it, you know, without adulterating the car, I guess. So. But,
Super Victor intake, huh?
Yes, sir. Yep.
She runs good, I'll tell you that.
Those heads are max wedge ported, you know. It's like the old, you know, max wedge cars were, I mean, huge ports, you know. And that's where a car makes power, in my opinion, is
heads.
You got to get the air in and you got to get it out, you know. And it's just basically an air pump, you know.
100%. Yeah, she's beautiful.
Thank you.
Let me get one little last look at this car.
I really appreciate it.
My grandpa's gonna love this. Beautiful.
I appreciate
what color?
It's called Sagebrush.
Sagebrush?
It was a Dodge truck color about 10 years ago.
Gotcha.
Then the sun, it's got some metallic in it. It really looks pretty.
Hopefully the GoPro picks it up, but it was a pleasure racing you, man.
You know, I couldn't believe I looked over and you're right there, dude. It was bad.
Yeah. We're having some engine issues with it.
So is that a Trackhawk or what is that?
It is a Trackhawk.
Okay.
We're having a couple engine issues with it.
Yeah.
It's built motor, built trans. I mean, pretty much everything you can have done to it's done with it.
Yep.
I just need a bigger supercharger.
I see.
But I got to get my engine stuff figured out.
Yeah.
It's got a 401 stroker. If I can't save the short block or we can't do anything with the short block, we're going 426. And big old Whipple.
I looked over and I'm thinking, where's he at? And bam, you're right there. And I'm like, damn, that thing isn't. He runs around.
The next thing, if we can get the motor issue figured out, is drag pack like you got.
Yeah.
Not quite so big, but something. We were supposed to race this guy, but didn't end up happening. Maybe next time. But that's gonna be it for the Trackhawk at the drag strip. You never know who we're gonna run into on the way home, though. Let's check the engine out and see what's going on here, see if we can see any leaks or anything. Everything's full. Been having a problem with this. I don't know if it's just taking time for the inner chiller to bleed through the system, but it seems like every time I come over here this is low. So but I filled up the reservoir. I don't know if you can see it. Filled up the reservoir, filled this up, and she looks like she's holding. Supercharger, it's a little warm. Ice tank a little warm. Well, we're gonna get this old girl home, back in the garage. Hopefully we run into something fast on the way home. So another great day at the track. I wish I could have got some more runs in, but like I said at the beginning, there's a few accidents, but nothing broke on the Trackhawk. The motor's still holding together. Met a lot of cool people. Yeah, we got beat a few times, but I just come here to have fun. It was a great time. Hoping to make it back out here next Wednesday for the test and tune, or at the other drag race about an hour away from me, or at the other drag strip about an hour away from me, Milan Dragway. They have a test and tune on Saturday. A lot more modern cars go there, so maybe we'll hit that next, or maybe we'll test a 60 to 130 in this and see how much better it got since we got the inner chiller. Chiller did great. The thing about the chiller is that usually when you're sitting in the lanes, you want to turn your car off and let it cool down, but with the chiller you actually want to run it and let it have time to cool down. But hope you all enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and until next time, everybody stay blessed.